Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee on this beautiful sunny day. Oh, and 44 already. I wonder what it's going to get up to. And here is our beautiful fence and our messy yard. But our beautiful fence, these gates that they built are so sturdy and gorgeous. I can't even believe it. The last gate we had was made with the rails and it was not sturdy. And the double gate over here, that's a double gate you can drive through. It was dragging on the ground in the middle. It was so hard to get open to go get wood that it was crazy. But these are so gorgeous. Double-sided boards. I'm so happy with it. And here's our fence. So we have 3 small gates like that one you just saw and 1 double gate. The girls are enjoying their yard again, and Maisie did not escape. So kudos to the guys. Now, you know, Amish built is, you know, sort of the equivalent to quality built, and this is a very well installed and built fence. So we are extremely happy. The only thing left to do is pay. But Manny came and he had some stuff that he had to leave because his truck wasn't big enough, and he came and got it this morning. And so we are done. They also did a lot of clearing of the brush on the other side of the fence, which is wonderful. And once they did that, they realized that the grass was kind of dead around the outside of the fence, so they seeded a lot of places, including here. We'll see if we can get any grass to grow here. This is where the dogs make most of their mud. So anyway, the fence is done, the girls' dog door's open, and life is back to kind of normal. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. Dennis says it's going to be 47 today. So before I forget, I want to tell you that the March Zoom call on the 23rd will be at 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Because here in the United States, we're changing the time very early, like in 8 days. Happy March 1st, by the way. And so why so early? I do not know, but we're changing in 8 days. And so we try to keep sort of the same, I don't know how to explain it, God time for our Zoom, so that we can be at a reasonable hour in New Zealand. Now, I don't know when they change their time back to standard time in New Zealand. But anyway, we try to keep it so that if people in New Zealand, Megan, are willing to get up early in the morning, they can come and Zoom with us. So I don't know when Europe changes their times for daylight savings time, but in the United States, it's like March 8th. No, 10th.
Second Sunday in March.
10th. March 10th. Oh, so that means that I was expecting to have like a birthday dinner with everybody here on March 10th because my birthday's coming up and it's on a weekday. But that would mean that everybody has to get up an hour earlier on Monday. Maybe I should try to have it on Saturday. I'll talk to everybody and see. But anyway, so I want to make sure that when all the times get adjusted, that everybody who wants to come can come. That's what I'm trying to do. So I changed the post in the Ravelry group to reflect this. I forgot to remind Valerie that we do this. I hope it works for her, and I hope it works for everybody else. And, you know, I might try to come on 1 o'clock just to, in case any early birds come, so they're not by themselves. Anyway. So I did wanna say that first and make sure that I say that I did try the Salon Pass yesterday, and it seemed to work. I just had a little bit of an achy arm, and it seemed to work. As Alice said, it smells like Vapor Rub to me. Well, it smells like Vapor Rub to Dennis too, and it smells like Vapor Rub to me too, because the active ingredients are camphor, menthol, and something that I think is like aspirin. But, camphor and menthol are Vicks Vapor Rub. So, but when I just touched it with my hand smelled like Smarties. And it did today too, to me, smelled like Smarties. So it's very strange. But the thing that was interesting to me is that I was able to tolerate, because it has a smell. I mean, the smell is, I don't think the smell is literally part of the therapy, but the parts of the therapy are very odoriferous, so there's no getting away from that. I don't think you can have a menthol that, feels like menthol but doesn't have a smell. I'm just guessing. Anyway, I was surprised because it's right here. It didn't bother me. I could smell it. I was aware of it, but I did wash my hands. I had to get it off my hands, but otherwise I was surprised. So the smell didn't bother me, and it seemed to work. So there you go. Thank you again, Carol, for the suggestion. And I did knit yesterday. Oh, I forgot. I'll go get it. Yesterday I decided, I can probably knit in the round now. I don't have to magic loop. I can definitely knit in the round. And I did that. I knit for about 3 hours. And this is how far I am now. And, I'm not going to make I'm going to make fewer inches because it's getting big. I haven't counted it, but it's my first ball. My first skein of yarn is knit. So when I start knitting again, today probably, I will be attaching a new ball, my second ball. So anyway, I'm really happy with it. I'm loving the yarn. I'm loving the color. And I'm feeling like it's going to work out pretty well. So there you go. I knit for about 3 hours. Yeah. I got a new book from the library I had on hold, and I started reading it and realized that not only had I read it, I even remembered it. So I didn't read it again. I just sent it back. So I didn't really have anything to read. So Ora and I watched 3 All Creatures Great and Small. She is enjoying that very much, and that's good. I am too, and I'm knitting while I do it. It feels very cozy. So Dennis ordered, I had talked to you a couple weeks ago, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, about Shak Shuka we had when Vicky was here, and it's a North African dish. Lots of tomatoes. It's like a tomato stew that you cook on the stove, and then you poach eggs in it, and it's a vegetarian dish.
And feta cheese.
And sprinkle feta cheese on top, and it is absolutely delicious. Sadly, tomatoes do have quite a few carbs, so we can't have it very often, but it is yummy. But one thing it has in it is a spice called harissa, which Dennis didn't have, and so we haven't been using it. So we may be having Shak Shuka again soon, because he went out on eBay and ordered some harissa. He ordered
From Tunisia.
Did you want to be on this vlog? You could come and do a thing about harissa. They would love to hear you talk about your food.
That's right. I'm sorry.
The peanut gallery doesn't want to be on camera. He just wants to direct. Anyway, it came from Tunisia. And he got 2 of them, and they're in a tube. The ingredients are mixture of red hot peppers, 87% minimum, Bakaluti, Mesqui, and Beldi. And I'm guessing those are the peppers. Those are the names of the kind of pepper. Garlic, coriander, caraway, salt, and some citric acid. So I don't know where, oh. Let's see, it was made in October and it expires in October of 2026. Anyway, so it's a paste. So we will be having more Shak Shuka and it will be more authentic, I think. But Dennis is going to have to make 2 of them. One's without the harissa, I think, unless the harissa turns out to not be very hot peppery. My guess is it is, because his mom, and to be honest, me, but mostly for his mom. I will have it hot. I might mix the 2 if I could do that. But anyway, harissa from Tunisia. So we will become very authentic with our next Shak Shuka. And that should be fun. Too bad we didn't have it for when Vicky is here. She likes spicy food. Well, she'll be back. I bet Christy would like Shak Shuka. Christy's coming. She likes hot food. Anyway, all right, so that's what's going on now. I'm so excited about the fence. We're so happy with the fence. It was so well made. They were working so hard, so carefully. It's wonderful. And I have high hopes for those gates because he sunk the posts that are holding those gates in concrete. And that's not how it was before. And they're much, much sturdier than the other ones. So I won't say I'm looking forward to bringing the wood in for the fireplace into the garage, but I'm really looking forward to the fence working better because it was a struggle to get that double fence open so I could wheel my wheelie cart and get my wood. So anyway, we're pretty happy with it. Now we're just waiting for the bill. We know how much the fence was. We don't know how much the other work that he did is, so. But he undercharges, to be honest. You know, he very fair and maybe under, in my opinion. But he's a businessman and does good work, so he will have our business for a very long time. Anyway, I'm going to go and upload this. It's getting late. So mark your calendar, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, March 23rd for the Zoom. Why we change our time so early, why we change our time at all, but why we change our time so early, you know, whatever they thought it was going to do, I'm quite sure it didn't. And it's just too early, I feel, personally. But, you know, they don't ask me. Meanwhile, please take good care of yourselves. Please, please, please stay safe and stay sane.